The once vibrant household of the Brown family has devolved into a heated environment with hidden grievances. Once resonating with laughing and children's play, the walls now appeared to absorb the increasing tension between Cody and his broken family. This particular evening, Sol and Ariella were sitting on the living room floor, stacking colorful blocks with their tiny hands. Their innocence seemed unaffected by the mayhem around them, and their laughter filled the air. They were unaware that their father was already tense due to the ongoing stress of his disintegrating family, which had worn down his patience. With rapid, restless motions, Cody burst into the room. His gaze darted agitatedly around the room, his jaw clenched. He had already reached his breaking point after a long, tiring day, and the toys strewn all over the floor were the last straw. Unthinking, he struck out. A tiny toy fell to the ground as his fingers swept across the table. The children were frightened by the startling sound. Sol's breath caught in his throat as his hands halted in mid-movement. Younger and more sensitive, Ariella flinched back, tears welling up in her wide eyes. There was a thick quiet in the room. Tension permeated the air. The children felt the weight of their father's annoyance bearing down on them, even though they couldn't comprehend why he was so upset. Robyn hurried in at that moment, her heart racing at the sight of her frightened kids. Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel TLC Flicks. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. She had dropped everything to step in when she heard Cody's tantrum coming from the kitchen. She reacted quickly, putting herself between Cody and the kids as her protective instincts kicked in. Still furious, Cody attempted to defend himself in a frustrated tone. But Robyn was not paying attention to his justifications. She was focused on her kids, their teary eyes, the way they snuggled together, their little bodies shaking with terror and confusion. Her own heart was breaking as she put her arms around them. She had consistently stood up for Cody when others refused to. However, she was unable to overlook an aspect of him at this point. There was a terrifying hush as Cody strode out, his face contorted in rage. With their small hands, Sol and Ariella held their mother close. Robyn felt a chilling truth sink into her bones as she calmed them down. This wasn't just a terrible day. This was an indication of something far more serious. For the first time, she wasn't sure whether she could bring the man she had battled to maintain in her life back as he was drifting away. The coffee shop was silent, and the wooden tables were glowing warmly from the mild lighting. The world outside continued as though nothing had changed. However, Meri and Cody sat opposite each other at a little corner table inside, the weight of their shared past bearing down on them like an unsaid burden. In the hopes that they could finally speak outside of their tumultuous house, away from the commotion and stress, Meri had asked him to meet her here. Not as divorced spouses or ex-lovers, but as two individuals who had formerly shared a life. However, she questioned whether there was anything left to save as she turned to face Cody, who had his arms folded and his eyes averted. The discussion began gingerly, but Meri didn't waste any time in getting right to the subject. She talked about Christine's Place, a modest business she founded before she left the family. The company has continued to have a role in their lives, even after Christine left. It was having trouble now. For once, Meri had hoped Cody would set aside his grudge and concentrate on something greater than his wounded pride. She had hoped that he would see this as a chance to collaborate, to show that their creations didn't have to fail. However, Cody responded right away, which was just what she had feared. He waved his hand dismissively, scoffing at the notion. His tone was chilly, his voice contemptuous. Why should he care? Given that Christine had left him without turning around, why should he battle for something related to her? Meri felt a knot in her stomach. She had fought for this family, Cody's attention, and any tiny indication that she was still important for years. And yet here he was unwilling, unaffected. She made another attempt, this time speaking more urgently. She reminded him that Christine wasn't the only person involved. It was about preserving their family's legacy and demonstrating that they could still cooperate even if their marriage was doomed. However, Cody's expression stayed neutral. His apathy hurt more than any dispute they had ever had as he reclined in his chair. He then revealed to her the truth she had been avoiding for years in a calm, yet forceful voice. He had given up trying. I'm done acting. It's all finished. The words struck her like a blow to the body. Glancing down at the coffee cup before her, Meri saw the foam churning in slow, pointless patterns. That's when she knew it was it. For them, not just for CP. Cody got to his feet without saying goodbye. Meri was left alone at the table as he left the coffee shop without turning around. She didn't feel angry for the first time in years. She felt no sense of betrayal. The aroma of dinner cooking on the stove permeated the kitchen. Humming gently, Robyn walked about the room, relishing the little respite before the evening routine's pandemonium. But suddenly Cody rushed in as the door swung open violently. His motions were sharp, his face black. Robyn sensed the change in energy right away. The tranquility has vanished. Already bracing herself, she turned. The restless rage, the irritation that appeared to have no real purpose, was a Cody she had seen before. Tonight, however, things were different. It was directed at her tonight. He spoke quickly and sharply, making allegations before she could even comprehend them. For years, rumors circulated that Robyn was the preferred spouse, the one Cody consistently stood up for, and the one who had stepped in when the others left. And Cody had been by her side for years. However, she became aware that something had changed as he let his wrath out. He held her accountable, blamed their own decisions, attributed it to the fact that she was ultimately the only person standing next to him. As Robyn attempted to reason with him, her heart was racing, but the words hardly registered. He was overtaken by his frustration. Then he stated it in a very final voice. Perhaps she needed to experience what it was like to be abandoned. She felt a chill when she heard the words. She had long thought that she and Cody were invincible, regardless of what happened to the rest. Now, though, she wasn't so sure after seeing him. Robyn stood motionless as he stormed out, slamming the door behind him. The kitchen's warmth seemed far away now. Once reassuring, the smell of food now seemed overpowering. She pondered for the first time whether Cody had already decided, and if she was going to lose him too, after all these years. And there's more. Although Robyn Brown, star of Sister Wives, has a history of playing the victim in the drama surrounding the Brown family's Coyote Pass property, her spending history, which includes some indulgences at Victoria's Secret, appears to indicate that she has made significant progress in her financial life. Robyn will always face criticism, primarily because she is Cody Brown's favorite wife. Due of Cody's inability to decide on Coyote Pass, the Brown family's financial troubles have recently come back into the public eye. He wants to sell, but he decides against it. He claims that 97% of the property is his. The problem is that he has lost the trust of Meri and Janelle Brown, who also own shares of the Arizona land. They're considering lawyering up to ensure they receive a fair portion of the revenues from a possible sale. Robyn's past spending habits and Cody's alleged excessive spending are causing concerns as financial troubles put additional strain on the family. Cody, who has a tendency to be conceited, trying to exert control over two wives who have moved on by holding on to the property because he is on a power trip? Perhaps, but there's also the possibility that he's attempting to determine how to optimize any earnings from a sale. He might be thinking about Robyn and his own financial situation. In the midst of Janelle's allegations that he spent a lot of the family's money without consulting his wives, he is currently promoting the notion that he owns practically all of the property. It's natural to wonder about Cody and Robyn's financial situation because they present a united face. According to the Without a Crystal Ball footage above, Robyn owed over $30,000 when she joined the Brown family. She made use of her credit cards. She actually shopped at Victoria's Secret once. Robyn says she had to shop at the lingerie emporium because of her size, even though it would seem like a not-so-modest option for an ultra-Christian wife. She claims to have long legs, and it seems like Victoria's Secret clothing fits her body type perfectly. She's sticking to her explanation, even though it seems a little shady. In any case, it makes sense that the divorced mother had debts. She raised her children alone after her marriage dissolved, which is costly. Although it's not illegal for her to purchase pajamas or anything else, Robyn is always portrayed as a villain, both on and off screen, so she receives criticism for actions that millions of women take. Robyn is frequently seen wearing expensive sandals, such as stylish Tory Burch styles that cost hundreds of dollars, or in shopping centers with Cody. Cody is wearing an expensive David Yurman pendant, which is a shield-shaped lapis lazuli amulet. Cody occasionally wears rings, and the blue pendant is a daring choice. Robyn Brown of Sister Wives resided in a Flagstaff home that is now valued at $1.65 million. In the previous season of the show, Janelle appeared to be unhappy in a small apartment. She prepared in a little kitchen and argued with Cody on a simple sofa. The reason Cody and Robyn's affluent lifestyle seems so crude and unpleasant is because Janelle, who has worked for years to support the whole family, admits that she has very little. The financial futures of their ex-partners don't appear to worry the couple much. They have their own interests in mind. Whether correctly or not, Cody and Robyn's mind tricks with Coyote Pass give the impression that they are just interested in dollar signs. Despite the fact that all of the Brown women contributed to the formation of the family, Cody and Robyn from Sister Wives are adamant about making their own choices over Coyote Pass. Cody might get greater criticism if he sells it and keeps the majority of the money, and perhaps he will deserve it. Due to family strife with his ex-wives, particularly Meri and Janelle Brown, Cody Brown from Sister Wives is no longer leading the best life with Robyn Brown. He had a large, lovely family and was formerly polygamous. Over the years, Cody, 56, of Flagstaff, reared 18 children with his spouses, Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robyn Brown. He was married to Meri for 1 child, to Janelle for 6, to Christine for 6, and to Robyn for 2. Additionally, Cody became Robyn's legal father by adopting her 3 children from a previous marriage. When Cody began to favor Robyn, it caused strain in his other relationships and led to the dissolution of his polygamous family. With the exception of Robyn, Cody became estranged from all of his wives in 2020. He sought to make his family obey his orders by imposing COVID-19 guidelines on them. Cody's other wife eventually left him because they were fed up with his actions. After moving on in 2021, Christine married David Woolley in 2023. Janelle concentrated on being with her kids. Similarly, Meri moved on for her own fulfillment, letting go of the past and launching a new company. Cody has consistently advocated for polygamy. But after Meri, Janelle, and Christine left, he was compelled to start a committed relationship with Robyn, his favorite wife, which caused him even more issues. Cody has made an effort to move on with his life during the past few months, and he seems content on social media. Although he has presented himself as having a good life, the latest events imply that he is not entirely happy with his newfound monogamy and is not relishing all the unfavorable attention. All of the disclosures have upset him, particularly Meri's latest charges of inequality pertaining to the Coyote Pass area. During the January 2025 Sister Wives episode, Meri made some audacious statements that exposed her ex-husband, Cody. She said that Cody tried to give her the smaller share of the Coyote Pass land by unfairly allocating it among his family members. Meri revealed the true reason Cody refused to give her a larger share of the property. He's like, "Well, you don't need as much because you don't have as many kids." Robyn compares herself and her kids to other Brown family members in Sister Wives Season 19, suggesting that she always views them as superior. She implies that other sister wives and their children are not on the same level as her by referring to herself and her kids as the core members of Cody's family. Fans already knew it was genuine, but Robyn's direct statement damages Cody's reputation. Robyn's connection with Cody may be further strained as a result of her recent core family comment. She has begged Cody to take action because she has found it difficult to accept monogamy for the past few months. She has been receptive to reintegrating one of the sister wives into their family, while making perplexing remarks about how it would be improper for Cody to wed someone else. Regretfully, Robyn's personality and actions have caused a great deal of tension in her marriage. Cody isn't living his ideal life, as evidenced by the recent episodes, which show him acting more erratic and anxious than he has in years. One of Cody's most devoted companions in the past was Meri. In addition to becoming his first wife, she also gave him permission to engage in polygamy. Meri sacrificed a lot for her marriage and welcomed Christine, Janelle, and Robyn into their family. Regretfully, she was never able to win Cody's respect and affection in the same way as he did Robyn. Cody was able to legally adopt Robyn's 3 children when Meri divorced him. Meri fell in love with a social media catfisher after Cody failed to repay her for her assistance. When discussing her possible next partner, she recently made subtle fun of Cody's appearance. In an interview with Parade magazine, she stated that she wanted her next partner to be tall and supportive, implying that she didn't find Cody's 5 feet 11 inches height particularly appealing. Cody's life is undoubtedly in a downward spiral due to all the drama with Robyn, the criticism from his ex-wives, the response from TLC viewers, and the conflicts with his kids. Until 2020, he served as the head of his polygamous household. But now that he has lost nearly everything he valued, his life is different. Since all of his previous spouses have moved on to greater and better things, Cody is no longer the center of attention in his family. The protagonist of Sister Wives is his ex-wife Christine, who has previously wed her soulmate David. Additionally, Cody no longer communicates with a number of his kids. The public is aware of his problems with Gabriel, Paydon, and Gwendolyn Brown. Regretfully, the entire Brown family was profoundly impacted by the tragedy of the death of his son, Garrison Brown, in March 2024. After being a polygamous man for almost 30 years, Cody's life is falling apart as he transitions to monogamy. He is having problems with Robyn, his former wife, and it wouldn't be shocking if she were to divorce him in the future. There are currently rumors that Sister Wives might be canceled by the network. Seeing the Browns live is a thrill for Sister Wives fans. Without a question, it is hard to avoid interacting with celebrities, particularly after spending 19 seasons watching many of them on television. A fan recently caught Cody and Robyn Brown having a great time at Sphere in Las Vegas, Nevada. Fans speculated that Cody Brown might be re-establishing contact with Janelle Brown and their children, who also reside in North Carolina, after seeing him there earlier this month. He was in a Lowe's store at the time. Without a doubt, individuals are always curious about their behavior when the TLC cameras are not in use. However, Cody and Robyn are currently spending a night out in Las Vegas, Nevada, one of their favorite places. One of the cities where the Browns have lived in the past is Las Vegas, Nevada. The duo was enjoying some alone time, even though Anna Banana at Pumpkin Punky's TikTok video didn't explain why they were there. Cody and Robyn at Sphere in Las Vegas January 30th, 25 was contributed by the user. They followed Cody and Robyn through the congested streets of Las Vegas for over a minute and a half. As they got closer to the glistening structure, Robyn held on to Cody's arm as they passed numerous signs directing them to the Sphere parking lot and other navigational markers. Cody and Robyn appeared to be unconscious of the filming. They were just having a good time together while walking about the city. Many others watched the video and shared their opinions, despite some finding it a little scary that the poster followed them. It received over 1,000 comments and over 5,000 hearts. Many people watched and left comments about Cody and Robyn Brown's night out, despite the little video being merely a stroll between lovers. They were enjoying some alone time without any of their children there. According to one internet reviewer, View from the cheap seats, they spent about $228 on 2 seats, so they could watch the Sphere movie and experience the robot in the cheap seats. However, they stated that prices are subject to change. However, another Sister Wives detective recalled that Janelle Brown had also visited the Sphere recently. Logan Brown, the son of Janelle and Cody Brown, and his spouse Michelle Petty, also reside in Las Vegas. Another user, nevertheless, thinks Janelle shared her experience after she had already departed. It's hard to tell if their paths ever met. How do you feel about witnessing Robyn Brown and Cody in the wild? Do you believe that being recognized everywhere you go would be challenging? Are you familiar with Sphere? Are you excited to see what will happen in Sister Wives' upcoming episode? Comment below with your comments. Let us know in your comments. And stay tuned by subscribing our channel to get more updates like this. Thanks everyone.